Earth 2387 CE. Humanity has just begun exploring nearby star systems. The story opens with massive alien ships appearing above Earth's major cities. The Galactic Empire, led by Emperor Vex and his war council, broadcast their message across all human communication channels. They declare that humanity must surrender immediately or face total destruction. The Empire representatives, General Kron, Admiral Zix, and Ambassador Rix, are shocked when humanity's response comes not as fear or panic, but as widespread laughter. News anchors chuckle on live television. Social media explodes with memes. Street interviews show people making jokes about space bullies. President Kane calls an emergency meeting with Earth's military leaders, General Smith, Admiral Brown, and Defense Minister Clark. Instead of panic, they display calm curiosity. The aliens have made a critical error. They've underestimated human nature. The Empire threatens to demonstrate their power by destroying the moon. Humanity responds by sending a simple message back. Go ahead, we're watching. This casual dismissal confuses the Empire forces, who expected immediate surrender. The Empire's show of Force Emperor Vex orders the destruction of a small asteroid near Earth to demonstrate their superior firepower. Their massive planet-killer beam disintegrates the rock in seconds. They broadcast this across Earth, expecting terror and immediate submission. Instead, humanity's reaction is even more puzzling to the aliens. Scientists like Dr. White and Professor Green immediately begin analyzing the energy signature. Military experts General Taylor and Colonel Davis start calculating countermeasures. Children in schools watch the demonstration and ask their teachers why the aliens need such big ships to blow up one small rock. The most confusing response comes from ordinary citizens. Factory worker Tom tells his coworkers, "My neighbor's fireworks show was more impressive." Farmer Bill jokes that his old tractor could probably push that asteroid out of the way. Teacher Lisa explains to her students that humans once moved entire mountains just to build roads. The Empire intercepts human communications and grows increasingly frustrated. Their psychological warfare isn't working. Humans aren't responding with the expected fear and desperation. Instead, they're treating this like an interesting science project. Admiral Zix reports to Emperor Vex that something is seriously wrong with these creatures called humans. Humanity's unexpected response. President Kane addresses the world and the watching galaxy. He thanks the Empire for the entertaining light show and politely declines their offer of surrender. Instead, he presents a counter-proposal. If the Empire wants Earth, they should earn it through fair competition. Humanity proposes a series of challenges: military exercises, technological demonstrations, and cultural exchanges. The Empire, confident in their superiority, agrees to these contests. They see it as another opportunity to humiliate these primitive creatures. The first challenge is a space race around Earth's solar system. The Empire sends their fastest scout ship, piloted by Captain Zhao. Humanity responds by sending retired racing pilot Jake in a modified cargo hauler held together with spare parts and determination. What happens next shocks the galaxy. Jake doesn't just keep up with the alien ship. He takes shortcuts through asteroid fields, uses gravitational slingshots around planets, and even stops to help a stranded Empire supply ship. He finishes the race while the Empire pilot is still trying to navigate safely through the asteroid belt. The second challenge is a test of military strategy. The Empire's greatest tactical mind, Commander Rex, faces off against human strategist Colonel West in a simulated battle. The alien uses traditional Empire formations and overwhelming firepower. The human uses guerrilla tactics, deception, and turns the Empire's own advantages against them. The galaxy watches as humanity wins not through superior technology, but through creativity, adaptability, and sheer stubborn refusal to give up. Asterisk word. Spreads across the stars. News of humanity's performance spreads throughout the galaxy. Other species under Empire rule, the peaceful traders, the artistic creators, the scientific researchers, begin paying attention. For centuries, they've lived under Empire dominance, believing resistance was impossible. On Mining World Beta 7, workers led by Foreman Pack watch human broadcasts and begin questioning why they accept their harsh conditions. On the research station Gamma 5, scientist Nix realizes that Empire's superior technology often relies on brute force rather than innovation. Emperor Vex grows concerned as rebellion stirs across his territory. His advisors, General Kron, Admiral Zix, and Chief Minister Tor, report unrest on dozens of worlds. The humans haven't just embarrassed the Empire. They've inspired others to believe that resistance is possible. Humanity continues their challenges with characteristic humor. When the Empire demands a test of cultural superiority, humans respond by organizing the galaxy's first interspecies comedy night. Alien ambassadors find themselves laughing at human jokes about the absurdity of galactic conquest. Engineer Mary leads a team that solves a mathematical problem the Empire's greatest minds have worked on for decades. She does it using ancient human techniques and a pocket calculator. The final insult comes when human chef Bob wins a cooking contest against the Empire's royal kitchen using ingredients from Earth's discount grocery stores. Revolution through laughter, the galaxy erupts in change. The Empire's number worlds, inspired by humanity's example, begin demanding independence. They don't use violence or threats. They use humor, creativity, and peaceful resistance. Emperor Vex faces a choice: wage war against half the galaxy, or admit that maybe conquest isn't the best way to run an empire. His own people, watching human broadcasts, begin questioning their leader's methods. The final confrontation comes when Emperor Vex challenges humanity's leader to single combat. President Kane accepts, but suggests they compete in something more civilized, a debate about the future of the galaxy. The debate is broadcast across all worlds. Emperor Vex argues for order, control, and the superiority of the Empire's way. President Kane argues for cooperation, diversity, and the strength that comes from unity without uniformity. Humanity wins not by defeating the Empire, but by showing them a better path. The galaxy realizes that strength comes not from domination, but from the courage to laugh at tyrants and the wisdom to choose cooperation over conquest. The story ends with the formation of the Galactic Federation, where all species contribute their unique strengths. Humans take their place not as conquerors, but as the species that taught the galaxy that the best response to bullies is often simple, honest laughter. The Empire still exists, but now as one member of a larger community. Emperor Vex now calling. Himself President Vex admits that ruling is much easier when people choose to follow rather than being forced to obey. In the final scene, human children and alien children play together in space stations across the galaxy, while their parents work together on projects that would have been impossible under the old Empire system. The galaxy learned that day that humanity's greatest weapon was never technology or military might. It was their ability to find humor in any situation, and their stubborn refusal to be intimidated by anyone, no matter how powerful they claim to be.